Yarr! The waters of the Carmen Archipelago have long been known for fierce storms that cut ships down without warning. But that won't shiver your timbers, because you're a pirate thirsty for adventure. Get ready to weather storms, harness the winds to sail the seas, encounter sea monsters, and share stories of your adventures at every port you visit in Rolling Seas, which was designed by George Yaros and published by Nuts Publishing, who sponsored this video. Hi everyone, my name is Candace Harris from Board Game Geek. It's time to hoist your sails and unleash your inner sea dog. So let's get this game down to the table to go a little more in focus on Rolling Seas. Rolling Seas is a swashbuckling roll and write maritime adventure game where 1 to 6 players compete to have the most renown by the end of the game. This is a pre-production copy of the game, so the art and components featured in this video are not final. Each game is driven by an adventure deck, which has a mix of smooth sailing and adventure cards, with a few cards removed at setup for a bit of mystery. Each player gets their own adventure board, ship board, and a personal compass to chart their journey. At the start of the game, each player chooses their home port and places their ship in an adjacent sea space. Each turn of the game is played simultaneously over 3 phases, starting with the adventure phase, where you'll draw a card from the adventure deck. If it's smooth sailing, take a moment and breathe a sigh of relief, then resolve the effect on the card. There are a variety of effects on smooth sailing cards. You might gain gold or provisions, increase the power of pirates and sea monsters, or gain some wind in your sails. If you reveal an adventure card, you'll draw the corresponding shape on your adventure board as best as you can, or you can always just write a letter instead. But for some adventure cards, such as rocks, you'll pass your adventure board to the player on your left or right, and they'll draw on your board and then pass your board back. Likewise, ambushes add a layer of strategy, triggering sea battles between players. In the dice phase, you'll roll the 3 wind dice and the exploration die and place them on the central compass and the exploration board respectively. Finally, in the action phase, all players simultaneously choose and perform one of 3 available actions: navigate, explore, or visit a port. The navigate action is all about harnessing the wind to move your ship. You'll choose one of the wind dice and set your compass to match it to move your ship across the sea in the chosen direction, drawing a line starting from the space where your ship is currently located to show the path your ship has sailed. Your ship has a number of free movement points, and you can spend provisions to gain additional movement points. You can move in any direction you'd like, and the cost of moving is indicated on your personal compass. As you'd imagine, moving with the wind direction you selected is most efficient. As you move your ship and cross paths with the various adventures drawn on your board, you'll have opportunities to advance on your story track. If you're adjacent to land, you can explore to uncover resources and treasures based on the current location of the exploration die on the exploration board. And if you explore a space with an ancient monolith, you could alternatively choose to gain the reward of an adjacent space. Ports are where legends are made. When you visit a port, tell stories of your adventures to gain renown, upgrade your ship, fill your hold, or arm yourself with cannons. Each port you visit adds to your reputation, shaping the legacy you'll leave behind. The game ends when the adventure deck is empty. The player with the highest renown score from storytelling, ship upgrades, and bonuses becomes the ultimate legend of the Carmen Archipelago. And hey, even if you're not the winner, you'll still get to tell your final story. Perhaps a tale of triumph or a message in a bottle for future adventurers. Rolling Seas combines strategy, storytelling, and resource management for a unique and thematic roll and write experience. The simultaneous gameplay and player interaction with rocks and ambushes really keeps everyone at the table engaged. You have lots of interesting choices when it comes to drawing adventures on your board or your opponents, as well as when you're planning your ship's sailing path using the clever wind dice and compass mechanism. Plus, there's a solo mode that plays just like the multiplayer game. If Rolling Seas sounds like a game you'd enjoy, be sure to check out its page on Board Game Geek to learn more. I'm Candace Harris from Board Game Geek, and we just went in focus on Rolling Seas. Have a great day.